Hey, it's Midnight Raven, and I thought today I would just give like a little vlog update. Currently I am not at work, temporarily. I do hope to go back to work in the future, so keep your thumbs crossed for me. Currently I have been suffering with some mental health problems that I think personally I kept bottled up, and it came to a point where things just got too much. I think one of the things I didn't do was take care of myself. I'm a very caring person, very generous, warm-hearted, caring, and I think that I cared more about other people than I did myself, which is the thing I've always done. I've always put my family, my friends before myself, even my work colleagues, and I didn't take my own feelings or how bad I was struggling into consideration at all. It just didn't hit me until maybe last week when I decided to go see a doctor finally. A few people had said to me maybe it would be helpful if I just went to a doctor and just, had a sit down, had a chat, which is a good idea. I mean, if nothing came of it, then nothing came of it. So I went to the doctor and he said that I was kind of struggling. I've had a lot going on in the last maybe 18 months. And basically he thought that everything had like rolled into one, instead of them being like separate situations, because certain situations hadn't been sorted. They just all rolled onto each other. The first one being moving out during a pandemic, becoming single, then trying to look for a job in a pandemic is no easy feat. You might have thought it'd been easy to get a job during the pandemic. Actually, I struggled even more. There were so many restrictions to getting work. And there were so many restrictions just for me to move house during the pandemic, that caused an issue. Then I found a job in the summer of when I moved out, and I started working there, and it was alright for the first couple of months, and then things were a bit iffy, and then they picked up again, so I just called that like a work blip, as you do. So, I carried on, Christmas came, and then, the year was good. I thought the year had gone well. My son moved out at Christmas, and things seemed to be going well. He moved out like the previous Christmas just gone. So we had a good, full, time here. I'd been here a year before I got the job, and then my son moved out at the Christmas. So things were going well. He'd moved out into his own place. I had a job. Everything seemed to be going all right. And then I started to feel a bit off in sort of January. But then again, people call it the January blues. It's a thing. So you get Christmas and then you get all morbid. I'm told I'm morbid all year round, so I don't think Christmas really affects me. And then as the year went on, obviously my son had moved out. I was feeling maybe a little bit lost, a little bit lonely. I do live by myself. I don't have a partner. The bed is empty. But I was trying to keep positive, working, coming home, trying to see my sons, trying to see my sisters. We went out in February to celebrate my sister's birthday. We went clubbing. I had a whale of a time. It was probably the first time in the last, year that I had a really good time. It was wonderful. We went out clubbing. We were out with friends. I was out with my sisters. It was a hoot. And it was the first time I actually felt alive in ages. And that's not because we were drinking and everything. It was because we were just socializing, kind of like getting back to normal, like ex-pandemic, if you want to call it. Things started to seem like normal. I think the pandemic was a big thing for me, being indoors constantly. And it was just strange. It was a strange situation that I don't think any of us ever expected to happen in our lifetime. It's not something that you just expect to happen, that you're confined to your house for nearly 3 years. I mean, who expects that? So when we could go out, we could party. Me and my sisters went out for one of their birthdays, and it was amazing. We had a wonderful time. And then from then on, June was my birthday, and I spent that by myself, and that put me in a very solemn place. Very solemn place. And then as the months went on, my son was having some problems with his relationship, and I was trying to deal with that. I was also having problems at work. I was trying to deal with that. I was still trying to deal with the fact that we'd had 2 people that we knew had died in the coming months. So I had that, and I had a lot on me at work. Work was getting quite heavy with stuff. We were doing back to school. It was quite busy. There was a lot going on in like that year or the last 6 months. There'd been so many promotions, and I was trying to work. I was trying to look after my son. I was trying to grieve for my friends. I was trying to do a lot in a very small space of time. And I don't think I gave myself the chance to either grieve, to really help my son, or to look after myself. And I think I put everything in front of myself. My son, obviously, I love him dearly. I wanted to help him. I wanted to fix things at work. I wanted to grieve for the 2 people I'd lost. I just didn't give myself time for anything, because I was so fixated on fixing problems in my life that involved other people. I forgot that myself needed time for each of those things. I needed time to fix work, but I needed to fix myself as well. I needed to grieve, but I needed to grieve in my own time, and I didn't get that. And I needed to help my son, but I also needed to still concentrate on myself. And as I have been told numerous times, I don't look after myself first, ever. I always put my kids, my family, friends, whoever needs help, I am there in a heartbeat. And from what my doctor has said, they believe I didn't take the time for myself. I should have took the time to grieve. I lost 2 dear friends that I'd known for over 10 years. Didn't take the time to grieve even for a day, just went back to work. And didn't take the time to try and sort out work. I just brushed it under the carpet mostly, and then tried to work. And it came to a head and I couldn't anymore. And then trying to help my son. I know he's 20 and he could probably deal with it himself. But he'll always be my baby as a mother. So you jump to help him. And at the time, I was having problems myself, and I should have put my problems first. But as a mother, I put his. Mum of the year here. But this video isn't to highlight all the negative. This is to highlight that it came to a point where I was struggling, and I decided, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I need help. Or at this point, I needed someone to talk to get everything off my chest, get it out there, and just breathe and sigh of relief and go, you know what? All this may have been affecting me, but I'm still here. I can still come out of this smiling, happy, and that's what I want. I want to get back to my normal self. I want to be the happy, jolly Raven that everybody knows. I am morbid quite a lot of the time. I don't smile. I hang around in graveyards. And that's normal Raven. If you don't know Raven, that's just me. I hang around graveyards and film and have my chips in a graveyard, hang out with the ducks there. I just find it therapeutic and relaxing. Other people may find it strange, but that's just me. So aside from all of that, this video is to highlight that you do not have to suffer in silence. Go to your doctor, get yourself looked at. Even if you think it's stupid, there's nothing wrong with you. There is no harm in just going to a doctor, having a 10-minute conversation with him, and him just saying, look, I think you're just struggling a bit. You need to take time to see yourself and maybe work out one of your issues at a time. Take your time, work out one of your issues, and when you've come to a resolution on that one, work out the next. Either that, or write yourself a list of things that you're struggling with or things that you think are needing fixing. Write them down and then pick one off the list at a time, and once you've done it, cross the list out and you'll feel much better. But you don't have to suffer in silence. I know the UK at the minute, their mental health isn't exactly the best, because a lot of people have struggled with the pandemic, so their NHS is struggling. I was given a card for well-being, who basically help you get help. I'll show it to you. I was given this, and it's a thing run by the NHS, and it's called Wellbeing, and they help anyone over the age of, I think it's 16, and they help if you're overwhelmed, low, stress, anxious, and they help with things like counselling and other things. And there's their little website and number for anyone interested if you're in the UK. And if I want to use that, I can do. I've been signed off for a bit to get my head together because I was in really a bad place. And as you can see, I'm still in bed. My hair is unwashed. It's been one of those days. But I'm trying to be positive out of a negative. I really am. I hope to go back to work. I'm praying to go back to work. You have no idea how hard it is to fill 3 weeks. But I'm seeing my son. I've done a little bit of retail therapy. I've had a walk in a graveyard. I know, morbid again. I'm taking time for myself, and I'm working out each of my problems day by day. So, my advice to you, don't panic. Don't suffer in silence. If you need help, you need someone to talk to, there are people out there. If you don't have any family or you don't have any friends and you're feeling totally alone, go to your doctor, have a quick word with them. Maybe there's nothing wrong with you, maybe there is. Maybe you just need to get some things off your chest and you'll feel entirely better. Who knows? Just talking to somebody can do the world of good. Don't try and fix anything overnight. Don't try and fix anything in a day. Problems don't just suddenly disappear overnight. Sometimes they take days, weeks, months, or even years. And you need to take the time to rectify each problem, if you have any, bit by bit. Don't try to do it all at once because you'll overwhelm yourself again. But I hope you enjoyed this video. The video was done because people were asking about my mental health, and that I'd mentioned that I'd been suffering slightly, and I just thought, because you are my loyal fans, I would give you a video just detailing what I'm going through. So thank you to everybody for their kind messages behind the scenes, asking how I am, asking how my mental health is, if there's anything they can do. I will get through this, and with the help of you guys and the help of my friends and family, Raven will get back to normal. I don't know when, but she's in there, and we will get back to normal at some point. But thank you for watching. If you'd like to like and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. That would be amazing. I'm doing as much content as I feel like I can do. I've obviously batch filmed some stuff from before I felt unwell, so that's going up in increments, but I will get back to filming normal stuff at some point. But thanks for watching, guys. I love you all. Take care of your mental health, and I will see you very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye, guys.